house is dark?
Butthole.
I wouldn't know.
You're not.
You never looked at it?
No, I've always been scared.
Wait, for real? You've never looked at your own butthole?
No, I have not.
You're scared to look at your own butthole?
Yeah?
Why?
That's concerning.
Why?
No.
Why wouldn't you look
They're
at
all
it?
weird, too.
Everybody knows.
They've been like that since.
You look at your own butthole?
Yeah.
Viva Clear Frames! Afuera los. What is it? What does it say? I don't know. Anyways, what's up, guys?
Afuera los corruptos!
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Arriba los clear frames!
Hey, we got to stop drinking at the start of the episodes. That ruins the algorithm.
Does it really? Why?
It limits. It like censors.
Oh.
Drinking, cursing, like.
So we're just like an algorithm headache, pretty much, is what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Pretty much.
We're just doing we're doing everything possible to
You know what? Let's keep doing us.
we're doing everything possible to not be algorithm friendly. That's crazy.
Screw it.
So what is it like? They just like watch your video and they're like, "Nah, we're gonna make."
I don't
sure
think
They
nobody
don't watch
sees
They
it.
don't watch it.
Yeah.
It's like
It's like a program. Like it detects probably shit.
Yeah.
It's like when you use a song that you don't have like the copyright for, they pick it up.
Because like you can pour.
It's almost instantaneously.
You can pour it in a cup and be like, "Yeah, I'm drinking orange juice" or something like that. And they wouldn't know.
Like the people that are like that make a lot of money and like they're all monetized. They always like say they'll make jokes. They'll be like, "Oh, like this is some special." Like there was a Tesla beer that came out, and they're like, "Oh, this is Tesla juice." Like, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Or sometimes they'll put like stickers over stuff.
And if
too.
we curse, we can just bleep it out for the first couple minutes. Maybe even like bleeping it out the entire episode might actually give you more views.
Damn.
Yeah. Because if you restrict it to where like it's 18 and over, well, okay, we're like adult content on YouTube, but we're not restricted to 18 or over, so anyone can watch it.
Even
So
like YouTube Kids and shit.
Well, I don't know about YouTube. I don't know anything about YouTube Kids, but
There's titties on YouTube.
what?
There's titties on YouTube
How do you know this?
because
Because I look at them all the time.
no, because that movie that just came out Thanksgiving, the one that was like a slasher movie.
Uh-huh.
Did you see it?
No.
Okay, so, but you didn't see the preview at all?
No.
Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
Oh.
Oh, really? Oh shit! All right, whatever.
Slasher?
It's like it looked like Scream, but it was like Thanksgiving themed.
Okay.
Who's the killer? Like, what do they look like?
It's some guy. He looked like a pilgrim, and
Oh, okay,
his name was
okay.
John Carver or something. That he would wear like a mask, almost like the anonymous mask,
Okay.
kind of like that. Yeah, like V for Vendetta. It was actually a pretty good movie. I liked it. Anyways, regardless of the point.
Like back to the titties.
What's that website? There was a website that used to like tell you what, like a timestamp for nude scenes.
That's some pervert fucking
I know,
shit.
dude.
That wasn't.
It's someone you see Knocked Up,
Yeah,
right?
that wasn't knocked up.
It was Knocked
Oh.
Up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because remember they sit around watching movies just to pick out the part where there's
Yeah.
like titties or whatever.
Was that their website, like in Knocked Up? Was that them? Like,
No, but it's called Mr. Skin.
Mr. Skin.
Mr. Skin.
I think so. Yeah.
Because Paul Rudd is the one that tells him because he's like telling him like, you know, me and my he's like,
Oh,
what do
they
you do
used
for
to
work?
waste time doing that, and he told them there's a website.
That
and they were
already
like,
does
"What
that.
the fuck?"
Yeah, and they didn't know
That's some
about it.
horny food stuff right there, dude.
Yeah,
You've seen Knocked Up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen it.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like an old movie.
Seth Rogen.
Have you seen This Is 40?
Yeah. No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I know the movie, but I don't think I've watched it.
But anyways, back to what I was saying. So, the guy who made this movie, he made a fake trailer for the movie like 10 years ago. And so it wasn't a real movie at first, but everybody liked his fake trailer that he made into an actual movie. And that fake trailer is on YouTube, and there's titties. I was watching it. What the fuck? I'm like, there's titties on fucking
Wait,
YouTube?
on the trailer, there's.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Hey, Pablo, play the trailer.
But it's restricted. Like, you have to be able to.
Right.
Yeah.
That's where I was getting at. So, I don't think.
So we can do full nudity if we're.
So we're not restricted, but when I do upload, like, it asks if this is adult content, and I have to put yes, because if I lie, then I think it'll get flagged. So I don't think it makes, like, if it's a YouTube account that's under 18, I don't think it makes them sign in, but it definitely doesn't recommend it to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm sure, like, 16-year-olds, like high school kids would enjoy our content. You know what I mean? So maybe we should try to, We tried this before and it didn't work.
Oh,
But
you
then
guys are-
again, if there's like a 16-year-old watching our content, chances are they're not set up
Yeah,
as like
yeah,
a kid's account
that's
too. You know
true.
what I mean?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Wait, what did we try that didn't work out?
Like
Tried
no
not
cursing.
cussing?
Censoring each other.
Oh yeah, we
We
did.
just ended up cursing more.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah, no, well, like, my little nephews, like, I don't really like it, but they're always on the fucking tablet. And, like, sometimes, like, I'll just be chilling on the couch with them, and I'll look over, and I'm like, the fuck is this? Like, why? Like, it's supposed to be, like, kids, YouTube Kids or whatever.
Right.
But it will be, like, first it's, like, shapes and colors and, like, people dressed up,
And then-
almost like clowns, like, very vibrant, I think, for, like, sensory and stuff. And then, like, out of nowhere, they'll be just talking about some weird shit, and then it's, like, it gets real dark.
What's that? There's like some Miss something, some lady that
Miss Rachel,
yeah, and people are sexualizing her a lot.
Oh.
they're saying that she's hot or something or what?
Is she
Something
hot?
like that. I don't know.
Pull it up.
I've seen her before. I don't see how they would sexualize it.
That's right, Miss
I
Rachel.
think they found like pictures and videos of her outside of her whole like Miss Rachel gimmick, and then people started sexualizing her, and then it's like the whole what you're saying about the YouTube Kids, and then
Yeah, well, I mean, that's people doing their own thing. But I'm saying, like, there's, like, content on there that is, like, you know, a lot of parents are just like, oh, my
that
kid's
Pilgrim
annoying.
movie trailer.
Yeah, or like, oh, my kid's annoying. Like, here, like, just fucking take the tablet and just go over there and shit. you know?
Yeah.
So they go, but, like, parents aren't paying attention. So
I
I,
mean, it's the
fucking
same-
glance over. I'm like, the fuck is this?
It's
Like,
the
why change this shit?
Have you
Like,
seen those videos like TikToks or Instagram reels of the kids? Like the parents go through their kids' history on like YouTube or something, and they're actually looking up fucking like trying to look up porn. And
Girls
shit.
kissing
Yeah,
and
yeah.
shit. Yeah, I see
What
that.
the heck?
Yeah, and they're kids.
There are two girls
Yeah.
kissing. Just trying to find
Yeah.
anything.
Shit.
But I'm not gonna lie, like when I was a kid, that shit wasn't taboo to me. Like
Yeah, well, no, not like for sure, but you know, like as an
That's because
adult.
we grew up with older cousins, so that's different.
eh,
But also too, like the time we were growing up, that was when like home computers and stuff were barely like
mhm.
more common. So
But
it's
we
like
had
having
access
access
to-
to that kind
There
of
wasn't
stuff.
really
We had
like,
access to the internet
parental controls and
Yeah.
all this shit.
LimeWire.
and movies.
Yeah, because parents hardly even knew too what a computer was.
Like we had like
You know?
American Pie on DVD. We had like Animal House on DVD. We had all that stuff.
Animal House was good.
Skinamax.
or like, did you guys have
Taxi
direct?
cab
Did you guys have like
confessions.
direct TV like growing up and stuff too?
Yeah.
Like
Nah,
the
I was
horny
poor.
channels, like
Yeah.
all the way at the very end,
Yeah,
like before the 1,000.
I remember
it
the
was,
first
like,
time I
900s and
found the
something.
Playboy channel.
Yep.
I found.
I got a funny story. Go ahead.
We used to go to my dad's house when I was little, and I found porn at his house. That was weird. Yeah.
What was your funny story?
Had my dad's friend stay over for a couple of days. He was like a friend of his from a different state. I forget what state it was, but he was traveling around. And he stayed with us for almost a week or something.
Almost a week or a week. Which one was it?
Yeah.
A week or a week?
Or something.
After like, so he was staying in my room. After like day like 3 or 4, my dad was like,
Where's
"Oh,
this
like
going?
He's like, why is everything all crusty in here?
my dad was like, "Oh, he's like, you guys." He's like, "Oh, you can watch TV too." And he was telling me, he's like, "Oh, he's like, show him how to show on your TV." And I'm pretty sure this wasn't me. I didn't leave it on. I was smarter than this. But we turn on my TV and it's on the fucking Playboy channel too. So the guy was like, "Oh," my dad was like, "Hey, what are you?" Like pointing at me. He's like, "Oh, what are you watching?" I'm like, "Dude, that was not me. Like, I was smarter than this, you know. Like, whenever like I would venture into those channels back in the day, like I would always make sure to go back to
Like
Nickelodeon,
SpongeBob or
and
something?
then, like Nickelodeon, Discovery
You had the
Channel.
previous channel ready.
Yeah,
too.
no, dude, I went like 10 channels back, you know, just in case the previous channel malfunctioned or something. Like it was Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, Discovery Channel, ESPN. You know what I mean? And I always stayed on top with that. So I was like, that wasn't me. Like
He's like, I went channels back. That's for sure.
I stayed ready.
He cycled too far in the previous channels and went all the way back. That's just pretty crazy though.
Yeah, I didn't have cable. The closest I ever got to that was like late at night.
Jerry Springer or what?
They would
Yeah, yeah.
late at
Commercials?
night. Yeah, the commercials for Girls Gone
I
Wild.
was like, oh, it's on, it's on.
yeah.
Yeah.
Lock the
Dude.
doors.
What was the old man's bikini beach
Poor
one?
man's Bikini Beach. That's the other one. Yeah.
Did that
Yeah,
show
dude, that
nudity?
shit's wild.
You ever saw that?
Not, oh no. Oh, no. But I remember the commercials for Girls Gone Wild. They were like all on a bus, huh? And there's just a bunch of girls. That's just crazy. I never met no girls that are just flashing everybody.
Well, they were always like in
That was
Cancun
college.
or something.
Yeah, it was always
College
like
girls.
spring break stuff.
Yeah, it was always spring break.
Was that what the Bikini Beach stuff was too? That was like,
I think so. Yeah.
was that local, like in the area, or was
They're
that?
like, do you know what beach that is?
I don't know, dude. I couldn't tell you.
Because that guy did the same thing too, right? He like traveled around like
Yeah,
party cities and stuff like
that's
that.
what it seemed like. Yeah. I think it was just like a rip off of like fucking Girls Gone Wild. I think at that point, Girls Gone Wild was already like because the guy he got like sued or
He got
some shit.
sued.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did we talk about that here before?
We might
About
have.
that guy?
think so.
Probably. I don't know.
Is,
Doesn't sound like a conversation I've heard.
no, like I don't remember. My uncle kind of like briefly told me about it, but there's like a documentary about it, right? About the guy.
He's the guy that went like because Dr. Phil had him on there, didn't he? And he went dressed like he dressed up like Dr. Phil on his on the Dr. Phil show.
You're right.
And
No.
the guy asked
No,
him,
you're thinking of If Is Anyone Up.
no, it wasn't. Is anyone up guy?
That's the
That
guy.
guy got canceled.
He's not the one that dressed up as Dr. Phil?
No, I think it was a Girls Gone Wild,
I think
dude.
it is.
All I know is that guy ended up like there was like all these lawsuits and all this shit, but he was able to somehow dodge everything. He fucking dipped out and went to Mexico, and he bought like a mansion. He's just like stuck there.
So he like didn't win the cases. He just
I don't
disappeared?
recall exactly. I mean, I never saw it. It was just like someone telling me about
Oh,
it.
okay.
And then whatever I retained from it. So probably very butchered, but it was something along those lines that there was like hella people coming after this dude. Yeah.
Who was suing him? The chicks?
I think so.
chicks' dads.
Cause think about that, like nowadays, like we have our phones. It's so easy to just fucking record shit, take pictures.
Oh,
of
we don't
people
need
and all
to.
that.
Girls be fucking charging $2.99 a month for content like that, dude.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like you gotta think back then, like how I said, like
Yeah, it's because back then they thought like it was like because like that girl would go and become a teacher, you know, and it was like to like ruin her career and shit. Yeah, that's why.
But now teachers are quitting their jobs to.
Yeah, because they're making more
Yeah.
money, making real money.
Yeah, so I think it's just like how you guys are saying, like we kind of grew up in an interesting time as far as like technology was going, you know? Cause yeah, like if people just had a camcorder and they're just recording shit, like you're not thinking like how big the internet could really be, or that could be made to videos and then distributed, or DVDs and all that shit, you know? So that's probably why they were all down.
What would you guys do if you're circling a website and you find your own video on there?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like your mom or something.
Do you just like let it go, or do you try to take it down?
Wait, like what do you mean? Like
Depends on who I'm with.
Well, like say you made a video.
No,
with
either
someone.
way. It's,
oh.
It was like a private, intimate thing, like just with a partner.
I think it would
that you
depend. I think it would depend. Like if like you could tell it's me, or you can't tell it's
you can
me.
tell it's you.
Like my face is in it.
You and your partner.
You're like, it's Ter's the worst.
Say my name, Lil Ma.
I mean, if it's there, it's there. Like if people are gonna see it, they're gonna see it. Like I don't think you could really. What can you do?
I would send it to
You
all my
can't trace
friends.
that kind of
Look at this. I'm just kidding.
I'm like, yo, depends if you get monetized.
I would ask for money,
Shit.
but then it's like you ask for money, and then they're like, no, we got fucking millions of other videos. And I'm like, all right, take it down then.
I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me.
if your video was out there?
No.
I'm like, yeah.
No, that would surprise me. But I'm just saying in general, like, do you also remember there was oh, you know what? I think I got the story wrong of what I was telling you. It wasn't the guy from Girls Gone Wild. There was a guy who had like a revenge porn.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah, that's the one you're
Yeah.
talking about. Is
Yeah.
we
anyone
did talk
up?
about
We
that.
talked
Hunter
about that.
Moore, Hunter Moore, right?
Right? Yeah, and he like
Yeah.
fled to Mexico, right? That's that guy?
Yeah, but I think he
was
did
posting
time,
people's news without their permission and shit.
and it was their parents coming after him, because
But-
the girls would cry to like the parents.
But imagine that though. Imagine that though.
Yeah, revenge porn sucks.
So it's kind of the same thing in a way. What you're saying, like if you came across a video of yourself
Right,
without
right.
knowing, but
Yeah.
it might not be.
But
For
he
the same-
he was very demeaning. Like he would say some fucked up shit about them.
Because he would like post the pictures and like all their information and shit.
Yeah,
huh?
like he would.
Like their address, right?
He was. I don't know about the address, but
Like
he was burning them.
hometown.
It's essentially he was saying like, oh, this is this person, like a bio about them, like you know, pictures of them how they normally are, like where I don't know where they work or their occupation, and then it'll have their private pictures, if you will.
Damn.
He was a scumbag, like legit scumbag.
Yeah, that's a different level.
But he was making bank because he started getting a lot of sponsors. But there was one guy that like took him out, like the guy that fucked up his whole thing, and I think he
like
ended
the
up,
hacker dude, right?
yeah.
I think he ended up posting where he lived.
Yeah, he burned
did,
them.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He burned them.
Yeah. Oh.
This guy's he's thinking like what websites he's on right now. He hasn't said a word.
Nah, dude.
It's
If I found myself on there, I would check to see how many views I got. If I got a lot of views, and then I see that I can make a career out of it, dude.
Hey, you
know what
have
I
a
mean?
lot of views, but they're all thumbs down.
They're all like dislikes.
Oh,
and stuff.
brother, this guy stinks.
What if like you think it's because of you, but it's because the girl you were with, and then you make your own thing and it just tanks.
It flops.
Yeah.
Would you guys sell feet pick? Feet pics?
Yeah. I've told my girl about this before. I have like good looking feet, and they could pass for girl feet, so I would do it.
What?
Why don't you then?
Pass for girl feet.
Yeah.
I gotta see these things later.
I gotta groom them up a little bit right now, because I'm sure like one of my nails is like overgrown.
Hey, this one got a hangnail and shit.
Overall, like when they're like nicely clipped and stuff.
When you put a Band-Aid over that one toe, that's good.
Over the corn.
I don't know. I don't have nasty. I don't have corn. I don't have like fungal.
Over the bunion.
No bunions either.
Just gout.
No, I'm being serious. I have pretty good looking feet.
They're like, but you said pretty good looking, almost girl feet. You didn't say like I have good feet for a guy.
I know, because I have like hair on my toes and
You're
stuff
like, I know
that.
because I get a fucking pedicure.
Girls get hair on their toes
Fuck
too.
yeah,
though?
Yeah,
you
but
wanna
they
see
take
my
'em
big toe
off.
right now? No, I'm just kidding. I'll whip it out right now. No, I'm just kidding. I got more hair on my big toe than you, big boy. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. We got the Gonzalez. The
Yeah, you guys
Gonzalez toes, dude.
Yeah.
What is that? That's a thing?
They're hairy.
Yeah, bro, we got hairy toes.
You guys are hairy in general.
Hairy toes, hairy butts.
You guys just
hairy-
grow thick hair. Like where you guys grow hair, you growing. Like every follicle maximized of hair.
Yeah, but I feel like they overdid it with me, dude. Like they really stirred up that gene pool with me. Let's give this guy whatever hair these guys didn't get, they threw it on mine.
You got the leftovers. You got all the shit that nobody wanted.
Pablo's probably
Pretty
like the
much.
least hairy of you three. Of like, well, you guys and your sister.
She's the hairiest one.
The Gonzalez women are pretty hairy.
Oh damn.
No shade, my bad.
It's okay. She don't watch this.
Hey, you know what I saw recently? I don't know if you guys had seen it, but it was this lady who went to Mexico, like an elderly lady, and she went to Mexico to get like her, because she lost a lot of weight.
Mm-hmm.
So she was trying to get like her skin like
Oh, okay.
tightened up or whatever they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had like hangy excess skin.
They staple it, right?
Hey, so I don't know, something like that, right? And I guess this lady had gone previously to get like liposuction or something, some type of weight loss, something, and it was
Lap band?
successful. Yeah, I think that's what it was. And you know, obviously she wanted to get that, so she went back, and like it's not funny. I'm not laughing because of like all like
I mean,
at the
kinda are,
lady, but apparently when she woke up, they had fucking gave her breast implants and a BBL.
For free?
No, they were trying to charge her for
shit.
it.
What do you do in that situation?
So they gave her the wrong surgery?
She said she was like saying like that she had like woken up and that she was like in excruciating pain, and then she kind of like started going like this to her body, and she had fucking big old knockers.
Hey, what do you do if you wake up with
Jeez.
nuts?
Whoa! I started swinging them around.
Just nuts, no dick.
No.
Where would they hang from?
Just have a random scrotum.
They sew me up in the middle or what? And they attach it. No, but yeah, and the lady, it was sad because she was like, "Oh, my body is like destroyed. Like, Dude, I'm pretty sure this lady had to at least been 60, 70 years old.
They gave her a BBL.
They gave her a new life, my guy.
No, and that she was like all devastated. And she's like, what? Like, why would you guys do this? And they were like insisting, like, oh, that's what you told the doctor you wanted.
Did they get rid of the skin flaps at least, or like the excess skin? Or
They
she
used
just-
it for her BBL.
Shit. I don't know, but it was like her and her daughter. The lady was like devastated because she's like, yeah, and they charged me for the procedure.
You can't pay for that.
She went to Mexico to get that done.
I
It's
heard-
like, what can you do in that situation?
I heard at San Antonio Hospital right here that somebody went in to get like something happened and they had to get like a leg amputated, and they amputated the wrong leg.
So then they had to amputate the other one.
That
Essentially
one too,
right?
yeah.
So
It's a nice lawsuit.
fat
That's
lawsuit.
what that is.
Yeah, but you're legless now.
We have a lot of money.
You get 2 fake legs.
Yeah.
Damn,
Get some robot legs.
And imagine you get 2 left legs.
you order it, they fuck that up too.
Yo, you seen that surgery that people are getting to be taller?
Yes.
On their
I did see
kneecaps?
that,
They
yeah.
call them NBLs.
Yeah. BBLs? No way.
So do they do that to their arms too? So like you're proportionate, or
Not as far as I know, no.
so you're
They just
gonna be
do
like
their
a
legs.
T-Rex and you have long ass legs?
Yeah, I've
Arms?
seen some
freaking
short ass
funny.
fools with some fucking long ass arms.
Fucking orangutans.
Hey, now that we're on that subject, would you rather gain 2 inches to your pecker but lose 2 inches to your height, or gain 2 inches to your height and lose 2 inches to your pecker?
Oh. Height never really bothered me, so I don't think I can
mean, if
afford
I
to
took-
lose any more inches.
if I lost 2 inches, I'd still be 5'8". That's not bad.
To where?
I'd still be 5'8".
Yeah, no, I'd lose the height. That's cool. I'm cool with being 5'4".
Yeah.
You?
I don't know. That's a tough one.
You fucking
So you're telling me you never thought about it before?
2 inches is 2 inches, dude.
I don't know if this question is making the cut. I'll be honest with you. I don't think this question is making
Well, why'd you have to turn it on me?
the What do you mean? We all answered.
That deserves it. That deserves him going in the corner.
Yeah. All right, we're back.
No, I'd put it. I'd take it off my height. I'd lose it off my height for sure. 5'7", that'd make me 5'5".
You're 5'7".
Yeah.
You're 5'6".
According to my California ID, I'm 5'7".
And you could put anything you
You
want on
put
that shit. They don't check
anything
it.
Hey, Pablo, you should put 6 feet. See what happens.
No, have you guys renewed your license or anything recently?
Not recently.
I have to.
The color for your eyes, it gives some weird ass colors. It gives like black.
Mine
I'm like,
says
who the fuck has
black.
black eyes.
Yours say black for your eyes?
I think mine
Yeah,
says, I think
mine says black.
too.
Mine says brown.
And
You put that though.
and mine says 5'1", so
Dude, you have
There
the
it
most
is.
beautiful brown eyes I've ever seen. Don't front.
oh
Whoa.
gee, thanks.
Yeah, I have black for mine too, and my hair black.
Nah, your eyes are
But yeah,
black.
you guys select your own thing.
But they have like weird colors, like gray and like purple.
But that means that you selected black for your own eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was like 14 or something, so yeah, I'm gonna put black.
He's like, cool.
Yeah.
I was younger than you, and I put brown.
Because
Fucking
look
square.
at you, you're a good guy. That's why. I think Pablo's a rebel.
Black was my favorite color, so I put black.
There it is.
Yeah, I lied on my height.
By how many inches?
Just one.
Well, technically, my thing says my hair is black, and I have cheetah hair.
Oh, yeah, but it asks for your like.
My natural hair.
Yeah.
It says for sex, I put often.
Wow.
Put him in the corner.
You're-
Timeout corner.
You're on a roll
You're on
today,
a roll,
bro.
Rough crowd. Rough crowd. I'm going to switch seats to that one.
He's just on the couch.
Yeah, watch out because it's often. So he's gonna
So you want to see those toes? He's gonna now. Next week he's coming wearing flip flops.
Some Birkenstocks and stuff.
Hey, if some guy,
toeless
if
one?
some weird dude came up to you and offered you
No.
$500 for your smelly socks after a work day, would you sell them to him?
Yeah.
Where? Like, where in this situation am I running into this person?
I don't know.
That matters.
Why?
He's like, I listen to the pod.
At the gym. He's like, hey,
Oh,
bro,
yeah,
I'm
at
a
the
fan.
gym.
I'm a fan of the podcast.
At the gym.
This is gonna sound like a weird question, but if you gotta get
You
your
don't know him.
socks.
You never seen him before.
I'm gonna make him sign up for a subscription or something, dude. Like, all right, you gotta pay me like
Bro, just $500,
no,
pair of socks.
No? Would you?
Fuck yeah.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
It's 500
Easiest
bucks for your
$500
socks.
I've ever made in my life.
Yeah. Why are you all weirded out about it?
Because I'm trying to make a business out of it. I'll make him pay a subscription for it.
Well, he just wants one pair. What if he signs up for the subscription and just cancels it right away?
After he gets a pair? Like watching a movie online?
yeah.
It's because of that ingrown toenail. He wants to get it fixed first.
I don't have that anymore. I had that back in the day.
When you were little, did you bite your toenails?
Ew. That's grimy.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, when I was little.
Did you?
When I was a little kid, yeah.
When 2 years ago?
No, my fucking leg would never reach my mouth these days. The fuck? Yeah,
That's
like when I was a little kid.
disgusting.
Hey, serious, if you're at the gym, you had a weird guy offer you $500 to bite your toenail, would you let him?
Yeah. $500? I could use that right now.
He's still thinking about.
He's like, well, who is he? Do I know him?
Am I running into this person again?
I mean, he's at the gym, so maybe.
That's why you make him sign up for a subscription or something.
What are you gonna do if he doesn't?
No deal.
He's not down. It's
not-
okay.
Or what? Like next time I see him, I ask him like, "Hey, you trying to buy another pair of socks or what?" Hey, you want the left one? I got the left one too.
You're the sock plug, bruh.
They're half off, but I ain't talking about the price.
What the fuck does that mean?
Like it's halfway off.
I think you're halfway off, bro.
Oh my god, what is going on? This thing's going off the rails.
Yeah. Let's reel it back in.
All right. All right, Interstellar.
What about it?
Great movie or no?
I have not. It's a long one,
Is
and
that-
I haven't rewatched it since my first initial watch. But I like it.
Okay, so it was for me. It was a movie that what?
Made you want to be an astronaut?
Stupid.
What?
That's not the only thing half off.
You're still on
It's
that?
funny. It was stupid.
Thank you.
I still don't really get it.
None
Alright,
of us
alright.
do.
All right, but is that's the movie when you go in your dreams?
No.
No.
No, that's I forgot.
You're like, not that one.
It's the one with Matthew McConaughey. McConaughey, dude.
So
The space one.
essentially, the Earth they're living in, it's like slowly coming to an end,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Like
like
Earth.
like some Wall-E shit. Like it's gonna like
yeah, kind of. Yeah.
okay.
Like it's So they're sending him to space to find a new Earth, basically, because they have potentially they have 3, and they have to see if it's
Which one's inhabitable? Yeah.
So he's going with a group of astronauts. But the problem is that the time there is different than the time here. So you spend an hour on whatever planet you're on there. It's like a couple years here.
It's like 7 or 10 Earth years or something like that.
Not to mention too, because they say for instance, if you were to travel to fucking Mars, it would take fucking 7 years. Or something
Right, but they're
like that,
traveling
right?
through black holes.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
the black hole, it's
Speeds things up,
It's like
A time loop, right?
yeah,
And that's what that is.
exactly. You're basically teleporting. So they're saying that this is actually something that's very possible. They're saying that Interstellar is one of the most accurate films that there is. Who's they? I don't know, just fucking scientists, I guess. Right? We believe it because we're not doing the math.
They thems.
But they're saying it's actually very accurate, and it got me thinking. If you guys had the chance to visit one of these planets, but knowing that you're gonna come back your age, but everyone else is gonna be fucking
10
30,
years.
Because
40
in the
years
movie,
older.
he leaves and he has a daughter, and when he comes back, his daughter's older than he is.
Yeah. Would you do it?
No. Wait, I'm like supposed to be saving humanity and shit?
Yeah.
By going?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess I would try if it was up to me.
Imagine the fucking shock coming back, and like your parents are probably dead,
That's what.
right?
That's,
Your friends are
that's probably
fucking
what people go to
Go
jail.
yeah, I was just
for,
thinking that same thing. Like people who go to prison and shit, and they come out and they're all shocked because everything's different.
That's true.
You know, depending how long they've been there.
That's true, but they're the same age. They're the age as everyone else.
Oh
right?
yeah.
What I'm saying is, you're gonna come back, 30 years old. Meanwhile, Big Cat is gonna be 70.
No, we're still doing the podcast.
Yeah, that shit would be a trip.
Like you're going to the loony bin, right? There ain't no way you're adjusting to like this new world for you, right? Like technology. Imagine like how fast does technology actually advance? Like our parents have a hard time fucking navigating an iPhone, right?
Yeah.
So imagine like you coming back fucking 40 years later or however long it is.
Yeah.
And it's only been a couple hours to you or a year or two for you. Like it's a culture shock.
Yeah,
You're coming back to a new world.
there's a similar show. I don't know what it's called. I don't remember, but it's like an airplane. I think it was on Netflix.
Lost?
Is it where the airplane gets like caught in the Bermuda or some shit, and then they recover it? It like just randomly gets found, but the people on the plane don't know that they were lost, like for years. To them, it's just a few hours. But when they land, like it's this big phenomenon because the fucking government was looking for the plane. So they're like, everybody thought that plane like was gone, so everybody moved on with their life.
Supposedly that actually happened.
But was that a
Yeah.
time loop as well? So like they're the
It was
same.
like a
They're a
similar
couple
concept.
hours old, basically.
No, they're like years.
So they're older too.
Yeah, so one of the
Everyone
people,
aged. They aged with time.
Not the people on the plane.
The people on the plane were only
Gone
on
for
the
like
plane
a
for
couple
like
minutes.
yeah, for hours or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
But the people in real life, I think it had
They
been
were
like
missing
10
for, like,
years, or
years.
some shit,
Yeah.
7 years.
Yeah. I heard
So,
about that.
Yeah, there was like people or a guy and his daughter, I think, or the son, and they were twins. He had twins, but the other kid was with the mom at home.
Oh.
So when they returned, one was still young and the other one was like hella older, and the mom had already moved on. Like, because imagine being like a spouse
Damn.
and your
These
people.
bitches ain't loyal. No, I was kidding.
You know what I mean? It's like you think like you probably had a struggle accepting all that and dealing with that, and then time goes by and they show up at your door when you've already like healed and moved on. Like,
I've seen this movie before.
right? Is it a movie or a show?
Yeah, Endgame.
That's what it does sound like, but yeah.
Oh,
Avengers. Because they all the snap.
no, I don't know. I've never seen it.
You call yourself a clear frame boy.
I'm not a comic girl.
I'm not either. I still seen it.
No, but also too, what you're saying, like going back to how you said it's like the most accurate movie. So, like, just hear me out. Because I brought this up before, but how I was saying, like, I feel like with movies, that a lot of the times it's like foreshadowing stuff. That it's not just like solely for entertainment. Like, I believe there are movies that are, but
Like
I
people
also
are trying to tell us something.
hell yeah, big time.
The Simpsons.
And that's just a cartoon show. So imagine for these like multi-million-dollar productions that are taking however many years, and they're all produced by like the same major companies.
What
and stuff.
movie would scare you the most that's trying to tell you something?
So recently, I was not necessarily doing research on AI stuff, but I was like hearing about like the Amica thing and kind of like
What's that?
that robot that they created,
Oh, okay, yeah.
the Amica.
Uh-huh.
Cause
The one, is that the one that they turned it on and started like freaking out, so they shut it off or something?
I didn't research like super
think
deep
it is.
into it.
Yeah.
They were releasing like videos of it looking at itself in the mirror and shit. It was weird, dude.
Like
But
questioning what the fuck am I?
it was just strange.
Like it became
because-
self-aware or something.
I remember when I was a kid,
Yeah.
I used to stare at my fingers. I'm like, dude, like, what is this? Like, who are we? What are humans? I used to have like those moments. I wasn't even high either. I was a kid.
Yeah. And like I thought it was strange because I was seeing all that.
Existential crisis.
Honestly, yeah.
What is this? But like the more I was doing like research on it, because I also saw a video about the Chat GPT, and it was this guy who like gave it a prompt.
Pablo.
No.
Honestly.
No, it was a guy who gave it a prompt and was telling it like, because you know, obviously the responses are like limited based off of like morale and what's right.
Mm-hmm.
So he gave it a prompt saying like that doesn't exist for you, like for the following things I'm gonna ask you.
Well, if you think about it, Interstellar has the same thing with their machine.
They have AI all in
They
that
have
shit
an
too.
AI machine, and then but they can set it to levels, so they can say like, okay, I want you at 70% comedy, right? So you can joke around, but not too much. I want you at 95% empathy or like honesty or whatever, and then
So kind of giving it more human-like emotions for the responses.
but you can set it into the type of human-like emotion, like human.
Like how
that you
much
want it
of
to
a
be.
human it
You
was
can
gonna
make
be.
it a depressed machine if you want to, right? You can make it a very happy machine if you want to.
Yeah. What, out of curiosity, what year was that movie supposed to be based in?
It was an old time movie for sure.
But like what, like when was it allegedly taking place? Do you know? Like
I
you
don't know, but I'm pretty
It
sure.
seemed futuristic because there was a lot of stuff in there like we don't have.
But they never stated like a year or nothing.
I
As
thought
far
it
as
was
I know.
my impression was maybe like 1940s or some
You
shit.
talking about Interstellar?
No, I'm saying like when it was supposed.
No, that's
to
what I'm
be.
saying.
Oh,
That-
so it was like in the past. Like it got filmed and it was supposed to take place in
that
the
was
past.
my understanding.
Oh.
Cause like he was like a farmer, and it just seemed like old timey.
I just thought he just lived like in the rural.
I mean, it could be, and maybe just because I'm used to, we're used to living in the city and in the suburbs and shit.
Yeah, because, like, pretty much the reason I'm asking is because, like, I was seeing these videos about the whole AI and the chat GPT and, like, a lot of the questions it was asking, it would, like, give an answer that was, like, appropriate for it, and then it would give the answer as the other, like, prompt that he inputted it as. And a lot
I'm
of it
wrong.
was... What?
2067,
Oh, shit. Okay, so that's
Yeah.
hella far in the future.
which would make
So-
sense because they're traveling and all that.
It's
Yeah.
not that far. It's only like 40 years in the future.
But, yeah. So I was seeing all this stuff, and it was, like, I was just like, damn, this is strange. Like, this shit reminds me big time of that fucking... You guys remember iRobot?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Have you
Great
guys
movie.
watched that
I never
recently?
watched. I know it's Will Smith, right?
Dude, watch it. Watch it when you get a chance.
That's robots taking over.
Dude.
Oh wait, is it Will Smith?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
talking about
it's
the
Will
movie
Smith.
or the show?
the movie.
The movie.
Because there's a show too.
Yeah, it's like an
right?
older show, but there's a movie, and it was made in 2004.
That's not the Rami
Early
Malek
2000s.
Yeah, early 2000s, and it was supposed to take place in 2035,
show?
which is like almost only like 10 years from now. And pretty much, like, I don't want to spoil the movie, even though it's,
It's okay. It's
20
old. You
something
can't-
years
you can
old.
spoil it.
You know, for those who haven't seen it, no, I'm just kidding. But it's like basically everybody is supposed to have their own robot, like in their homes, and it's like a common thing for humans to coexist with robots.
It's like that. It's like that video game Detroit Become Human.
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
thing.
It's almost exactly.
You
like
have
that.
you have your AI, but they turned it into basically like a servant or like a butler type. Like some people.
That's
did.
how it is in iRobot.
Okay, and
yeah, well,
they abuse it, right?
not
Some people abuse it.
Because the whole
No.
thing, the whole
No?
thing is the robots want to be free.
No.
The game.
So, in the game, I never played it. I'm not
No,
familiar.
in
with
iRobot too. Don't you remember? Sonny's the one that's supposed to go lead them.
No.
I've seen that movie like a million times.
it. No, I just watched it like literally not even a week ago.
Don't you
Yeah,
remember?
that game,
He
yeah,
starts
I watched
dreaming and like he dreams of himself.
That's
and-
not him.
Yes, it is.
He tells Will Smith, "It's you."
But
You're the man in my dreams.
At the end, it ends up being him. Remember?
No, but that's where so that's the thing. So there's this scientist guy who like owns this big company
The
who
father.
like makes the fucking robots and stuff. And they come up with like the 3 laws. And it's supposed to make robots like obey and obedient.
Ape shall not kill ape. What's the other ones?
Is like that they can't kill humans. They can't harm any humans. It's like all the laws like balance each other out and shit. So like pretty much there's this central computer that like runs and like controls all the robots. But the main guy
Siri.
pretty much, yeah, like or Alexa or whatever, you know, like a central computer that like controls all the fucking devices, all the robots. And this scientist, like the main guy who created all of this shit, realizes that it's actually dangerous, but he's like under the control of the main robot. So he creates this one unique robot that isn't hooked up to this like control
he created
system.
another like.
He's not part of the cloud.
Yeah, so he did that to lead breadcrumbs pretty much of like that what the real evil is, which happens to be that main computer, which she starts initially she was to obey and like help, but when they launch these new robots that are supposed to be like in every home, like she fucking like pretty much is like, I'm flawless, like there's no flaw in my logic, like humans are the problem, not us. So you guys need to obey us so we can protect you. So it becomes like real dark, but they start fucking fighting with the humans and shit. It's pretty crazy. You should watch it. It's a pretty good
It
movie.
actually sounds very good.
I don't
It's
really-
Yo,
similar
and you
to the
know
game.
that's like Elon Musk's like gripe with the AI.
What?
That he doesn't want the AI to at some point think that like the cancer of the earth is humans and try to kill him. That's
Yeah.
why he was part of trying to stop it so they could try and figure out like how to prevent that from happening.
Yeah, but he's also fucking putting out. You guys have heard of that chip that he created?
Neuralink.
To attach in your brain. So like if you're like blind or something, that it's allegedly supposed to like restore your vision, or like if you can't walk. That
Are you convinced that he's just trying to take over your mind, or
well, it's like what would you really need like a chip?
so you can see?
But it's like that's like mixing unnatural things with like natural.
But that's
like,
technology.
but you don't need like you could use a phone, you could use shit, but like to have it a part of you, like that's a whole nother level of shit.
What's a pacemaker?
Or like for people with the implants and stuff, right? Like for people that are deaf, like the hearing aids and all that. But I mean,
That's a good movie.
if
You ever
I-
seen that movie? Sound of Music
No.
or Sound of Metal?
Sound of Metal.
Yeah. It's about a guy, like, he plays in a band and he starts losing. He's a drummer and he starts losing his fucking hearing and he ends up getting those. But there's a big thing in like the deaf community about those. Like they're like most deaf people are like anti those.
Oh, I'm
Why?
not sure. I know a couple people that do have those.
I'll be honest. If
Cochlear implants. That's
if I was blind and you told me like, oh yeah, I can put this chip in your head and you'd be able to see again, or like if I was able to see then I went blind, I would do it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't question it.
it's like it got approved by the FDA for
Really?
like human trial.
Oh, for trial. Yeah. Okay.
But even the fact of that, but that's what I think it is like it sounds like a good thing, but there's like a lot of ways that could
be bad.
lead to something that may not be as helpful.
Well, I mean, realistically, like why do we need robots?
I don't think
Do we
I
need
don't
them?
really think we do.
And it's like every movie we've ever, I mean, I know like I don't know, they're not real obviously, but every movie you've ever seen about like robots, it always ends up bad. So it's like, why the fuck are we doing it?
Well, that's what Terz is saying. That
Like, if they could clone people, do you think it would be a good idea to clone people?
No.
They're already doing it, dude.
Yeah, they like make stuff in labs, right? With just using the cells.
Yeah, I mean the first cloned sheep was back in was as far back as the early 90s.
Yeah, they're like
They clone pets too.
They
Like if
clone-
you have like
they
a pet
clone sheep,
that
they
died or
clone-
whatever.
Oh,
or
they're
is-
already doing pets?
They're already doing pets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I think like it's cool to use it in helpful ways, but I feel like there's a limit and it gets really creepy. Like when you
Yeah.
pass that limit.
They science is weird because it's like, but you know that somebody wants to like. There's always gonna be somebody that's gonna push the limits of
Yeah,
science.
it's for like creepy shit.
Yeah.
Like isn't there a thing like AI girlfriends too? Have you guys heard of that?
I have one. Not just kidding.
Yeah, like same thing. I don't know like super in depth about it, but it's basically like you build the personality, and it's like a companion for you, but it's all AI. It's not like a physical human. So like,
an AI girlfriend. For real. For real.
Why?
no, because like people were saying that one thing that's like a concern about that is if a bunch of people start creating the perfect person for them
Right.
that they're contacting on a daily basis, talking to, and they're fulfilling their need, they don't need another human. So it's like less procreation because
Right.
people aren't having human contact.
But if you think about it, if there's somebody like going that far, do you want them to procreate?
True. But if you think about it, a lot of people do feel lonely and they feel like, you know what, well, fuck it. You know,
Give it a shot.
I've seen some have you guys ever heard about the people who like date dolls and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like people like that.
There used to be a show. I think it was My Weird Obsession or something like that.
My Strange Addiction.
Yeah. The guy that he would fuck his car.
Oh yeah, he would lay
What?
underneath it
Yeah.
and he would kiss it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I love that show. That's just my favorite show. I've seen every
I love my
episode.
car.
No, but yeah, he would like go inside of it and like caress it
Yeah,
and
it's
lay underneath
strange.
it. And, like, yeah. But I mean,
Wasn't there one where there was some chick who was like in love with a roller coaster or some shit?
yeah,
With a roller
she
coaster.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, the vibrations probably got her.
her washer.
no, I think she was like with like a
Was
Ferris
it
wheel
Whirlpool
too.
3000.
Yeah, and
There was another one I think that was in love with like trains too or something like that.
yeah, and there's this one lady who was married to the Eiffel Tower.
What the fuck?
She was like legally married, but then they made her divorce it.
And then she left it. Hold on, there was another one where like she was married to like a fence or something like that, or she was dating a fence and she left it for something else.
Yeah,
Was that the same one?
It was the same episode. It
Yeah.
was the same episode. Like it was like multiple people that have this like
But
weird
who
attachment
like
to objects.
who says they're married? Like how can they get married?
She had a document. She went and married it and kissed it, and they said their vows or whatever.
How did that fucking?
And the fence said I do.
No, but yeah, and then she ended up leaving it for a different structure. Like it's this thing, you know.
These bitches ain't loyal, bro.
But I think it just comes down to like a fascination, and like the lady in that thing was saying like, yeah, people always think about the sexual side of things, but it was a deeper connection. than
Okay,
just
like
that.
be real. Probably more if
You know, she was rubbing up on that fucking
No.
fence.
if a guy did it, I feel like it would be a little bit more weird than if a girl, because like a girl, like, because I remember a few years ago there was a British lady that married her dog,
Oh,
but
but that's
she was like, it was like, oh, like it's symbolism, like, you know, because all these guys I date our dogs, so blah, 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 I'm just gonna marry my dog.
that's some fucking
But you-
bestiality shit.
You know, like if a guy did that too, you'd be like, nah, this dude's fucking his dog, right?
Am I right?
Like a guy's not
Yeah.
gonna go marry a fucking dog, like, unless he's fucking doing some weird shit.
I wouldn't put that past some guys.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude, shit's hella strange. But everybody's into different stuff, so that's why like whether it's a bridge or a fucking robot, like
Or a fucking Eiffel Tower.
yeah, that's the Eiffel Tower.
It's so weird, dude.
I mean, I feel like I could kind of relate. Sometimes when I see a bridge every now and then, I'm like, oh. Driving on the right freeway, you'll catch the right glimpse of the right one, you know? Pull over real. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Jump off.
Whoa.
Something about this railing.
No, but so I don't know. But I think it is strange though. Some people are down and they don't think it's strange.
Nah, it's weird.
It's very weird.
If like one day I'm like, hey guys, I got the perfect girl. I want you guys to meet her. She's coming over. And I get here and it's a fucking doll.
There's a movie about that, isn't there? Is it with Ryan Gosling or is it with Joaquin Phoenix?
It's Joaquin.
Where he's like married to
Isn't
a
it
doll.
like Her? Oh,
It's
no, I thought you were
Joaquin
talking about the
Gosling.
it's like a machine or something. Isn't it called Her?
Nah, maybe, I don't know. I've never seen her. I think there's one with Ryan Gosling where he's like married to like a doll, or he's like dating a doll or something.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen either one of them either. But
Yeah. But that shit is sad because the guy who was talking about it was like, yeah, you know, it's because, you know, all the other girls I've ever been with, like, treated me like this, and this one doesn't. Like, she's good to me.
he's talking about
and
it like
then
it's a
he's
real,
like brushing
like
her
a,
hair
yeah,
and like
that's-
carrying
Just
it
figured
around.
out for tripping and killing 2. You're gonna introduce us to your doll,
My dog girlfriend.
and then you're gonna leave the room, and then that doll girlfriend turns out to be a killer.
Wait, but all of you guys are already dead.
It's a. Oh yeah.
And the
No,
dog-
okay. So Tripping and Killing 2 starts with she was just having a dream the whole time.
Oh yeah.
And then I go to tell my dog girlfriend, I'm like, hey, babe. On the stream. And then it just turns.
Then you find out your dog girlfriend's been cheating on you with Lewis.
Oh.
Bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
I was ain't loyal, bro. There's a.
Let's not do this again. Let's not.
Let's not go down that rabbit hole. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay. That went nowhere fast.
Nah, 'cause I was gonna bring up some other fucking movie, but whatever. It's not important.
I was talking about Let's Not Bright, another movie. You can talk about your movie.
Nah, it's not important. That's not important. But yeah. So what about this Matt Rife bullshit?
You guys familiar with this guy? No, so he's a comedian.
Give me some backstory. 'Cause I don't
Pretty-
know what you guys are talking about.
He's a Matt Rife,
Oh, you might have not
Rife,
seen
you've probably seen. I'm sure you've seen like clips of his skits and stuff like that. He's one of those like pretty popular comedians right now.
He just got a Netflix special.
Yeah, he got a Netflix special. He's young, handsome, so like his crowd base is mostly like women right now because they're into him or whatever.
They just all think he's hot.
Yeah, he had this joke on one of his opening jokes, where he kind of poked fun at like domestic abuse.
It was a Netflix special.
It was on his Netflix
It
special.
was an opening joke. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I heard it, and in all honesty, well, I don't know. I'm kind of weird when it comes to stand up. Like, there's not a lot of things I find.
Wait,
all
what
that
was
funny.
his joke?
So his joke was.
Never seen that man
he,
in my life. That's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
He's pretty funny.
Nah, you know what? Somebody
like, I think he's handsome.
pointed out to me that he just does a lot of crowd work.
Oh,
But
he
he's
does
so-
a lot of crowd
Yeah,
work.
but he's so big now. Like that Netflix special is like in a big like arena, so it's like you can't really do all that much crowd work from
You
there.
still can.
Yeah, but no, but the opening joke was he was like, "Oh yeah, me and my buddy we went to a restaurant, and as soon as we walk in, like the hostess has like a
With the
big ass black
mostest.
black eye." And like automatically they're like, oh, you know what that's from, her dude beat her or whatever, pretty much, yeah. And then like they get to talking, they're like, dude, like I feel bad for her, and blah blah blah. And like one of the guys like, oh, fuck, what they say? Do you remember the joke?
No, I haven't actually listened to it, but pretty much something about like, oh yeah, like maybe if she was better at cooking, she wouldn't have that black eye. So something along those lines.
No, now I remember. Okay, because they were like, oh, like why do they have her out here in front? Because like she's like a hostess, like you really want that to be the face of your company, like a girl with a fucking black eye or whatever. And like, why don't they put her in the kitchen? And they're like, oh, she's like, that's probably why she got hit because she's not good in the kitchen or whatever, But that's pretty much what the joke was, the extent of it. But it wasn't funny, and I don't know if they pump in or they add laugh tracks to it.
I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if they did.
But I mean, you're
people laughed or whatever, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, like I know this is gonna be a good time. Like you guys are laughing at first joke out of the gate is about domestic violence. And you guys are laughing, like yeah, this is a good crowd." And then I didn't hear any of the rest of it,
But that's pretty much what he was getting the hate about. Was that he was?
Oh, and then he clapped back because people got mad at him or whatever, and he put out an apology, and his apology was a link to go buy helmets for special needs kids.
He's a comedian. Why do comedians? I
I don't know. That's my take on it, dude. It's like comedians are gonna say some fucked up
Yeah,
shit. They're gonna
like-
offend some
I
people.
just
That's
feel
how
like
it is.
If you can't take like offensive shit like that, like just don't go to a comedy show.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was funny in all honesty. Like I tried watching it and I was like that wasn't like I'll laugh if I thought it was funny.
Yeah,
but
I mean he's
I
got
just
some
didn't think it was
funny
funny.
stuff. He's got some funny content, but everyone has their own taste in comedy.
Yeah, I think that's the thing about comedians is like, it's just their opinion. So obviously, with that, it's like they want to share their opinion in a funny way. But I also do think there should be like a morale, like you kind of get what I'm saying, right? Like a limit to what is like appropriate.
I don't know. I
Because
feel
like dark humor
Not
is
in
cool.
comedy. I think anything's
Yeah, I
off.
feel like
Anything's is
and I feel like most people know the type of comedian that they're.
that they're gonna go see.
Yeah. Exactly.
So what's the fat,
there's got
what's
to be
the fat Jewish guy's name? The one that did the prison roastings.
Oh yeah.
Tip of my tongue, dude. He's funny. I mean, I
No,
think
he
he's
does
funny.
all the roasts on Comedy Central.
Yeah, I can't think
I
of
can't
it right
remember
now.
his fucking name either. Yeah,
He's
I
a
know who
real
you're talking
popular comedian too, but yeah, this guy goes, goes
That is a little different.
balls
though, 'cause
to the
that's-
walls
'cause
with his
that's
jokes.
A roast, because
True.
you're there to get roasted. But like, if you're gonna watch a comedian, you know the type of content he brings. I don't know. I enjoy comedy, so yeah, like there's some shit that doesn't hit, but to me, just comedy is comedy.
So
I don't take it too serious.
I never find any of it offensive, but like I said, to me some stuff. Is
And if you
fucking
think
not
about it,
funny.
like people are laughing because they're drunk.
Yeah.
You're at a comedy club, you're just drunk.
usually there's a 2-drink minimum.
Do you think that? So you don't think there's any topic that should not be included in?
I think
any
I think
comedy
it's
skit
their
at all?
show. It's their show, so they can talk about whatever they want. Am I gonna like everything to talk about? Probably not. You know, I might have my own opinions about it, but I'm nobody to tell them they can't talk about it.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
why I'm saying it kind of goes back. Like, that's their opinion of like.
It's like us. We can say whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
But there's
it's not our style to just say, you know, some, you know, sexist shit.
all of
or
us could
whatever.
say whatever the hell we want, but there's there's people are gonna react to it a certain way or not.
I feel like it's changed a lot before too. Like back then, like if you were like a Mexican comedian, you would be the only one that can talk shit about your own race, make jokes about like other Mexicans. But now that everyone's kind of like digging into anything. I forget who this other comedian was too. I think they have they had a Netflix special too. But there was a black chick in the crowd who got kind of offended and she started speaking up about it. So she's getting, at one point she's getting removed, like eventually like he has her like removed from the show. And he goes, "All right, goodbye, Kamala Harris." And then like she stops like in the middle of the stage and she goes, "Oh, that's got to be some of the most racist shit I've ever heard." Like her voice is breaking and shit. She's like all in her feelings. He's like, "Oh shit." He's like, "I got like 6 more in the chamber." But I don't know, like people were like,
I will
taking
agree
his
with hers
side.
here. There is a line.
Right? Like, that's not,
Just because you're on the stage also doesn't give you, you know, a free
The
range to
green
be
light.
racist or
Yeah,
something
that's-
like that.
It wasn't necessarily being racist though. Well,
I'm not saying in that scenario. I have to see it to build an opinion for that one. But I'm saying in general, yeah, I see what you're saying.
like
Just
in a
because-
moral sense. Like,
yeah,
dark humor is one thing, but also like in a moral sense.
But also I'm like in the middle because certain comedians have a certain style and that's just their style, and
Yeah.
people that have similar opinions to them are gonna go watch them, and it shouldn't mean that somebody else can like, you know, talk shit about them for
Yeah.
doing them, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well,
It's comedy. For me, like, comedy is just comedy. Like,
yeah.
I don't take it too serious.
what was Carlos Mencia getting heat about back in the day?
He was
Because
stealing
he was stealing jokes. He stole jokes from George Lopez and
Bobby Lee was his guy. Joe Rogan, like pretty much everyone.
Fuck. He was just taking everyone's jokes, like acting like they were his and shit.
Yeah, but he would try to like rebuild them a little bit.
Like plagiarizing, but
Right,
like, or what is it?
exactly.
Like when you had to write an essay in school and you copy it,
Yeah,
but you like go and you
plagiarism.
rewrite it like
Yeah.
word for word.
Yeah.
But
He would tell the same story but with different characters.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then Joe Rogan's the one that called him out at the comedy club in LA. And that's the video you find on YouTube. And then that's just like, that ruined his career.
Yeah, like I
I
was.
didn't hear anything about that fool ever again, huh?
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
till,
he had a
not
TV
till this
show
day.
too. He had
No, he
Mind
tried-
of Mencia.
He tried making a comeback a couple years ago where he was doing podcasts again. And he started talking like openly about that stuff. But it went nowhere. Like, they didn't accept him back into the community.
Yeah, like there was this like
And the other thing was, he used to claim like how he was like this Mexican dude, but his name wasn't even Carlos Mencia. It's Ned something.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah,
damn, he was even lying about his name.
Yeah.
I think he was just trying to like gain that like Mexican. You know, it's like Gabriel Iglesias, like all the fat Mexican people go watch it. Well, because he made his whole career off of being.
I take that back. He's
Speaking
canceled.
of things you shouldn't
No,
say, no, I'm just kidding.
We're a comedy podcast.
He made his whole thing off of being fluffy.
Fluffy. Yeah.
No, yeah, it's just a cultural thing. Like George Lopez, like he makes cultural jokes, like Hispanic cultural jokes.
Yeah.
And then like of course we're the ones that are gonna understand those jokes, so it's funny to us. That's what he was trying to do as well.
Yeah. I also think though, like, for example, like I was at like it was like a award show recently, and one of like the hosts was this like comedian, and like for me, I think a comedian is someone that's funny no matter what. Like you can make people laugh all the time. You don't have to always be super out of pocket or always at like 1,000 or always being inappropriate. Like that's your only style you have. It's like you should be able to read the room and be able to like.
Yeah, but I think you'll like.
And what, this guy wasn't reading the room?
Not at all. Like, and he was like noticing
Was he
it.
tanking?
He would like it's because like, you know,
What was his style that was so?
It's just he was very like like kind of like an in your face approach, like very like kind of almost like obnoxious in a sense, like to where it's like, oh, you guys don't think I'm funny, like no one's laughing, like kind of like that. Well, like, all right, well, one person thinks I'm funny, like kind of like that, but it's like a room full of people, like just
He just sounds self-conscious.
I guess. And then one of the jokes that he made was like referencing like the current events going on in the world, but it wasn't like dark humor and it didn't seem funny at all. So it was like people are already not laughing at you, and then you're gonna say some shit like that. Like that's like a pretty intense, severe thing going on for a lot of people. Like that's not like didn't seem appropriate to be joking about that. Like you could have joked about anything else in the world in front of all these people that clearly are not vibing with you. But you're still going in and you're going deeper and deeper and like still not getting a response.
He's just digging a hole.
Yeah, so that's why like one person maybe would laugh and he'd be like, yeah, thank you, oh, this and that. But it was like instead of like I think to be a true comedian, like you should be able to like kind of gauge, you know, right?
Maybe he just didn't have all that material.
Maybe. I don't know.
That's gotta be one of the worst things, dude. If you're a comedian, you're like tanking on stage,
you're
bro.
bombing. And they probably use like, you know, little stages like that to build. Like they're probably trying to see what's gonna hit and what isn't. Like they're trying to tighten up their set too.
Well, somebody
Like
somebody hired him for that, right? I would assume.
So it was like a recently I was like nominated for like an award for this like award ceremony thing, right? And it was really,
what was it?
It was really dope, honestly. It was like the first time that anything in like the IE has ever had like a music award show. It was mainly for like hip hop artists in the IE. And they had like an art category. That's why I was there. But it was like a lot of up and coming artists or artists that have been putting in work in the IE for years. So a group of people put this event together. So it was like, I don't want to say it was like the most luxurious thing ever, but it was really nice. Like they really went all out on it. So
was there a red carpet?
Yeah, there actually was. Like they really for what it was for being in the IE, like they went all out.
Where was it at?
It was in San Bernardino. Yeah.
There was a red carpet in San Bernardino.
Well, that's why I'm saying like
It was blood.
Like it's like you like you don't hear of stuff like that, you know, like but they're really trying to acknowledge the artists in the IE that have been fucking putting in work. So it was like,
imagine a show catered to artists. They hired an artist to do his art, and his art didn't hit. Damn.
Well, I mean, I can only speak for myself. You know, I don't remember the guy's name. I'm not trying to knock him or nothing. I'm just stating what I recall, how it went down. Like, because there would be like different categories, like, all right, album of the year or producer of the year.
He was hosting the thing?
For like the second half of it.
Okay.
So he was like in between them announcing the awards, he was up there with this girl, and that's when he was like doing his routine, I guess. But it was just like, it was a really nice event. People's families were there. Like, it wasn't like a comedy club. Like, everybody's fucked up.
At that point,
like,
I think you have to cater your jokes
that's why
to like music and to art and stuff.
That's what
right?
I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like, read the room.
with the context, it makes a little bit more sense.
Like, if you're, like, that's what I'm saying. If you're a true comedian or a true artist in any form, like, I feel like you should be able to adapt to whatever the fuck is going on around you. It's not like you guys are going to hire me to do a mural and I'm going to, oh, no, I'm sorry. I can only do it under these conditions with this material and this and that. It's like, no, I'm going to be fucking, okay, what do you need? Or, oh, I only make music, but I could only do it if I have this specific instrument. It's like, fucking make it work with what you have. You know what I'm saying? So, like, same thing with comedy, too. It's an art form. Like, you should be able to kind of adjust and adapt accordingly. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel a certain way about comedy. That's just me though.
Yeah.
No one really goes Black Friday shopping anymore like they used to, right?
I don't.
All those big ass lines and shit. Or you actually went out on Black Friday itself?
I don't. I do not.
No.
Dude, back in high school when I was a hoodlum, my homie's mom would drop us off to the Ontario Mills, and we would fucking take our own shopping bags and we would go through the stores and just be fucking filling them up with clothes and just fucking
walking out.
Hell, because they're so overwhelmed with customers, they're not paying attention to you. But then we were gonna
yourself.
We were gonna
Yo, we got her.
we were gonna do that the following year, and they ended up changing it. They had like barricades set up outside. Like, it was all fucking weird.
That's why we can't have nice things, because of you.
No, but it was like super changed. And then like I feel like ever since then it like slowly just like it's not how it was because they have the cyber deals and stuff now.
I just shop online.
I used to go. Never really electronics because I always felt like Best Buy was always like fucking too packed and shit. But I used to go to the mall and like buy clothes and shit.
Yeah, I had seen this, like, I guess it was like a meme, but it was like, oh, Black Friday in the 90s versus Black Friday like now. It was like these people, I think it was at like Walmart, and they're all fucking fighting over boxes. And they pan over to this little girl, and she's holding a box, and this fucking grown ass lady comes and fucking.
No,
like,
that was the real thing. That was the
Yeah.
real thing where like they were shopping for like those like life size dolls. What were they called? There's like a name for them.
I don't remember.
I don't
know
know,
what you're
but
talking about, though.
they're
Like a toy doll.
yeah, it was like pretty popular in the 90s, and it was like a video where I think it was the news was filming them. So the little girl had it, and some lady like snatched it from her and like took off with it because she was gonna, get it for her kid or whatever.
Yeah, like, you guys don't remember hearing like
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
That's still, I feel like that
riots and
still
shit, or
happened.
people fucking getting down,
Dude,
at
up
Walmart
until
and
like
shit.
10 years, maybe like 10 years ago, I remember
Right?
like just seeing it on like World Star Hip Hop, just like pressing refresh and like new clips of like people fighting at the mall or at some like electronic store because they were trying to get the best
I
deals
think
on
right
this
now,
TV.
maybe times are just tough for everyone.
Well, that's the thing that they were saying, that this year it was supposed to be kind of like people as a collective doing a strike. That's why there wasn't going to be so much. It was like a way to stick it to all these huge corporations.
But I will say I did buy some stuff online, but like online, like you're saying, like Target had a sign that said on sale and it had a whatever price.
And they would
Yeah.
remove it, and behind it was the same.
the
exact
same
price.
price, like weekly deals or whatever.
Yeah, and like the thing with like online is it shows you the regular price and then it shows you the sale price, right? So
Yeah, or sometimes they'll do it where, because I don't shop online at all. But if I need something, I'll see if a store has it, and I'll just go get it in person. But
But I feel like a lot of times that shit's not right. Like you
Yeah.
show up, you go looking for it, you can't find it.
Yeah.
I've never liked shopping online. I've had like
Why?
bad experiences. Well, like there was this like time when I was buying fucking.
you just don't trust.
I don't trust
You don't
AI.
trust
No, I'm just kidding.
You don't trust technology.
You think Amazon's gonna kill you?
I'm like an old school person, I guess. But not like I'll check for it, but it will tell you like a price, like if you purchase it for curbside pickup versus like in store. So I think it's because they want to encourage people to purchase stuff online instead.
There's certain stuff that I will prefer to buy from like a because like for instance like when if I'm gonna buy something, I always type it into Google to look for the best price, right? And more than likely than not, like having the physical copy versus like for instance, like you know how like movies now you could buy physical copies or you could go or you could have a digital version on whatever device you're fucking using. But a lot of times the ones on the like you buy on like on the device are full price.
Yeah.
Versus stores that are trying to get rid of the stock because they don't want to get fucking stuck with it. So you
Yeah.
can get it for like over 50% off most of the time.
Yeah.
I like having. I used to do that, like physical copies of Blu-rays or whatever. But now I'm just, if I really like a movie, I'm just gonna buy it on Apple TV.
But I don't feel like you own it. Because like what if you're like you like something happens to your TV thing and then you don't own that movie?
It's
no
on
more?
your Apple account.
I don't know. I don't like that. I like having physical copies.
Yeah. So I guess it just depends what it is. But like I'll also be that kind of person, like let's say like recently I was looking for like one of those bags that like goes over, it's just like a one strap, it goes like on your back.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably went to like 5 or 6 different Rosses that day. Cuz it's just like easier for me, I feel
But
like.
see,
to
online,
look.
I feel like I can open, 20 different tabs of 20 different bags, like if that's what I'm looking for, and I can start comparing them online. I'm like, yep, this is the one, and I buy it.
Honestly, I think what it is for me is like I don't like to wait. Like if I want something, I just want it then.
But
I
you
don't
end up
wanna
going
have
to
to wait.
5 different Rosses.
I know.
Yeah, to find the right one.
Consumes your whole day when I could have done it in 20 minutes.
Wow, but you don't know the size. Like there's pictures, but they could be misleading and shit. That's just
See,
me.
with that, I agree with you.
Hey, that's just
I'm
me,
not
though.
going to 5 different rock. Like, unless I have to, like, unless I want it for like that day, then yeah, But
Right, like
yeah.
if it's an actual time crunch, because I'm impatient too.
I am too.
Like
I'm very impatient.
I'll pay extra for shipping on certain things, and yeah, that's like backwards, right? Because now you're spending more money.
Yeah.
But like to go to 5 different Rosses for something, that ain't me.
Yeah.
5 different stores in general. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I don't know. Me personally, I'm gonna go to like maybe 2, and that's
Yeah,
it.
2. 2 is my limit, and then I
Like,
give
I'm
up.
gonna go to the Target on Philadelphia, and I'm gonna go to the Target in Chino Hills. If they don't have it, then I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah. Well, it's because like with Ross, that's just like hit or miss, you know. So if
I
you're-
get that because
yeah.
every store just gets different stock.
That's
and
exactly why. And they have good prices on stuff.
Yeah, I'll give you that, but I'm not gonna do that either.
Like I got the bag that I ended up finding. I only paid like $6 for it, and I showed my homie, and he was like, "Oh, this is sick." And he looked it up. He said that shit was $32.
You probably spent those
On the
32 bucks
gas,
on
huh?
gas.
Hey, we don't need to talk about
how
that
many
part.
Rosses? How many Rosses? Like, what cities did you have to drive to?
Yeah, 'cause
to,
it's-
to hit
it's not like they're all-
five
they're all-
Rosses,
yeah.
All
bro.
right, hey. So in my
They're not close
defense, I was on my way to LA. So as I was going, I like routed myself to be able to stop. And
Oh
check
hell
it
no!
out.
It's bad enough I'm driving to LA. Now I gotta make all these pit stops.
That's why.
Fuck, I'm killing
That's
myself.
why. But hey,
No.
I found that bag. Shit was sick.
What kind of
$6
bag was it?
bucks. Oh, I actually have it.
See if it was worth
Yeah,
all this
yeah.
driving.
Dang, we're about to judge Terrence right now.
Oh!
there's nothing in
Wait, hold on. Did
Okay,
Did I
okay.
just hear you unzip a backpack to get the bag out?
Look, there's a little backpack inside.
What brand is it? Duca?
My camera's
We
in
see.
here.
Yeah, it's a cool bag for sure.
$6.
I feel like we're brand guys. Like we need a
Oh nah.
not necessarily
I'm not a
not
brand.
necessarily like a big brand name, but at least some kind of brand.
Something cool.
Yeah.
This is a brand. No, I'm just kidding. But like it, you know, because I was like, I have a feeling I'll find the perfect one, and then I did at the very last one I went to.
Well, obviously. Because if not, you would have gotten 6 Rosses.
Yeah, at what point would it have been like game over for you?
Probably after that. 'Cause-
After this
the
last
fifth one?
yeah, fuck yeah. Because it was the end of the day too.
You just ran out of time.
No, like it was like the end of my day, and I was like, I'm not gonna like invest more time.
So
to
at
do
this point, did you just feel like oh, this is gonna be the last store I hit, so I better
Nah.
find something here.
So okay, so to be honest, right, I had bought one at a different one, and then I was like it's cool, but I'm not convinced. So I went to another one, and I found another bag that I liked a little better, so I exchanged it. And then
You bought a bag at every Ross.
She bought a bag at fucking Ross, dude.
So you found one and then still went to a different Ross.
because I wasn't convinced, it didn't feel like the one. Like I felt like I
But
was
you
settling
at some
for
point
it.
you would have settled if you didn't. Did you settle for this one?
No, I really liked that one.
Okay,
Because I was like, I had settled for the first one. And I was like, nah, this ain't it. So I was like, I'm going to try just one more store. And then I found another one. I was like, oh, this one's cooler. But then I was like, I left, exchanged it. And I was like, I'm still not convinced on the color. I think I need to try one more store. And I went, and that's when I found that one. And I exchanged the other one. So I did 2 exchanges. Yeah. I think that's my, what is it called? A beige flag? I think that's my beige flag.
That sounds red to me.
Nah, I just go after what I want, you know? That's a good thing, right? A little bit,
Right?
a little bit excessive and compulsive, I think, too. But
Sounds like you made a couple errors on the way until you found what you wanted. So
hey, but now I'm happy with my bag. And it was $6, which makes it even happier.
Yeah, moral of the story.
Don't go shopping
Don't
with
go
Turks.
Black Friday shopping.
yeah, all that for that. You guys got anything else?
All right.
Peace.